Good afternoon. It's Tuesday, 23rd of March. I am back in the reading nook with a cup of tea and another parcel to unbox. It is a slightly overcast, slightly chilly Tuesday afternoon, but the weather's good enough to be unboxing, so let's get to it. Go and coming out of here is that. Two things in there, so I'll get to the other one in a minute. But what we've got is that Genial Jack Volume 2. Now, this is by Jonathan Newell. It's published by Lost Pages. And on the back it says, a living maze of darkness, of fear and ancient wonders. That's a great cover, I have to say. Now, I've reviewed Genial Jack, the first volume, and what it describes is a giant, basically like the almost legends of Jonah and the whale. It describes a giant sperm whale which travels the world's oceans and is so large it has a city living in its ecosystem, which runs from basically its mouth all the way through. And it's a really fantastic idea, a mobile city which you can combine with sea travel and piracy, and then the culture itself inside. And this is the second issue. You'll find a review of the first issue on my blog. Just look up Genial Jack, and I thoroughly recommend it. This is just the next issue. It's full of great artwork. I mean, just flipping open. Okay, here's what you can buy from Entrails shopping, or basically, and it's just an illustration of the items that they have, some of the items they have on sale, and that's fantastic. It's fantastic pieces of artwork. The descriptions are simple, and you can basically add them to the game very quickly. And that's just on opening on the first page, and then we basically go on to things like the gut gardeners, who use a form of druidic magic, then with ancient techno-science dredged from the ruinous libraries of the Jackberg's past to keep Genial Jack's digestive microbiome as healthy as possible. So essentially, they work the sewers of Genial Jack, basically his intestines. So you have a list of intestinal perils like fire hazards, living walls, miasmas, navigation, sickness, leprosy, and stench. Okay, and they have a uniform all of their very own. So it's all totally well thought out. We go on to basically a selection of random encounters within the entrails, lost artifacts like the amulet of King Kral and the bristling blade. Again, fantastic artwork. The artwork is, just have a look. It's writing, illustration, and cartography by Jonathan Newell himself. So it's all his own work. But again, this is published by Lost Pages. I do recommend you, if you have an interest in the OSR side of the hobby, Lost Pages does an interesting selection of range of books, a lot of spell books. But I recommend Bergs and Bailiffs, which is the fanzine issue that he did. One on warfare, medieval warfare was very good, and the one also on pilgrimages was really very good. Very interesting reading on adding sort of like the Christian style pilgrimages to your role-playing game. The possibilities are fantastic there. And again, we have things like the Eyes of the Octopus Idol, Jack's Blood. So yeah, It's an addictive substance available from under the counter. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more. We actually have a map of the small intestine, which I wasn't expecting, but again, it fits the theme of basically the early issues. And that becomes sort of like a dungeon in itself. You've got to do is come up with a reason for the player characters to go down into the guts of Genial Jack, both figuratively and literally. And then we have Herniaheim, a bulging protrusion of the entrails near where the small intestine becomes the large. Herniaheim is a teeming cannibal fortress town, a place that parents in Jackburg used to frighten their kids. And here we have a full map. I'll just show that quite close because there's quite a lot of detail on there. And essentially it starts off into the entrails at point 1, goes all the way down to Sphincter Gate, lovely, and it exits to the lower intestine and into the large intestine, where you will find yet more interesting things like the feeding tapeworm, a wreck of basically the Ludity, a lost ship, a narwhal skeleton, and more. Essentially all the way down to the nest in the monolith at the far end. And then we have a bestiary of colonic creatures like amoeboids, barking cultists, the corsair queen, septic shark, and a Jack's blood addict. Tapeworms of various sizes. True vampire squid, but not an illustration of that. And lastly, a thrush spawn zombie. So this expands the setting of Genial Jack basically downwards, inwards, into the depths of the giant Godwhale. It's equivalent. It's an adventure site, a very long, potentially linear dungeons adventure site, which allows you to take the party and the players deeper and deeper into Genial Jack. So if you've got the first issue, then I thoroughly recommend you look at getting this. And also, I mean, they're worth picking up together anyway if you haven't got them. I think they're fantastic, and I think that they're what I like about them is they're really inventive. They really take the subject, the concept idea, and run with it to present something different for the old school Renaissance and the retro clone of your choice. It's really easy to adapt, and because it's a giant Godwhale, the thing is, it's a mobile site. If your world and setting has oceans, then there's no reason to add a Godwhale to it, with the city inside it and all of the details. So I will get to review this soon. I'm looking forward to digging into this. In the meantime, if you want to find out more information, do look the book up on drivethrurpg.com. And if you're interested at all in what I have to say, look up the review of the first issue, In the meantime, thank you very much for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you have enjoyed what I've been muttering on about, then please do click the like button. And if you've got any comments, please leave those. I take the time to read them and respond. And if you want to basically have me pop up in your feed next time I upload a video, then click the subscribe button. So thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon with another unboxing. Bye for now.